All right. 5, 4, 3. All right, y'all. It's still a little laggy. That's not fun. Do you see it? It's not abysmal though.
Oh, yeah.
It's not as bad, or is it?
I feel like it's not as bad.
All right, guys. This will just be a little bit janky, but I think maybe it's not that bad. Okay, let me try clearing. I think it's because I usually use the same settings, but then I like made a new thing. I don't know, y'all. All right, let's see. I just have to add this chat highlight thing so I can make sure I can highlight the chats. All right. Okay, that should be good. Or wait, what's going on here? What's going on? Chat highlight. And did I do this wrong? What the heck? All right, I'll try this one more time. Pop out chat. Get overlay. Copy overlay. Copy. Okay, I'm already streaming. Chat. Highlight overlay. Paste. Okay. All right. That took too long. But we are back. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sleepy Idol, a little bar on 13th and Crenshaw. Or wait, Crenshaw and 54th. What am I even saying? Where you can sit back, relax, and talk K-pop with your friends. Jazz, how are you doing this evening? Same. Low-key.
It's a night. It's Monday.
Yeah, that's true. How are we liking the Monday streams out here? All right. I'll kill you. I don't know. I'm actually kind of feeling it, even though like yesterday was a flop for me. But like I don't know. I like the idea of having Sunday to prep and then going live Monday. Do you not agree?
I know, that's fine.
Okay, I was
like thinking. I was like prep. I was like, what, like sleep. Like I'm sleeping.
Low key for this episode. Yeah, I'll take that. So in theory, I would prep on Sunday, but Sunday I was just before I accidentally muted, or my like for whatever reason my audio just decided to go kaputsies. I was telling you how I was just having a horrible day yesterday. But
oh, really?
It was decent like in the morning, but then I went out so that maybe I shouldn't be exposing somebody. Essentially, I went out with somebody, like I went to a movie with somebody, and afterwards we went and got food, and I had this conversation actually a couple weeks earlier with a friend about how like there's like people where you have to give so much effort to like be their friend, hang out with them or whatever. And sometimes you like reflect and you're like, well, it's so weird because I feel like I'm going out of my way to like connect with you, ask you questions, get to know you, but then it's not being reciprocated. And I think what frustrates me a lot is that it ends up being like, okay, am I your friend? Am I your whatever? Oops. Are we getting to know each other, whatever? Or am I your damn therapist? Like, do you just use me when you want to vent and have somebody interested in your life? And then that's like, then you just dip. Like, and that just really frustrates me. I don't know.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's why I just don't talk to anyone.
Yeah. No, really though. I'm honestly like, one of my things that I'm going to start doing, and this is what I kind of did. At one point, I was like asking all these questions, and to be fair, he lives like a very peculiar life, so I was genuinely interested in like some of the details about like what he does and how some interesting things about his life or whatever. But then at one point I realized I was like asking questions. I was like, okay, this is like kind of like a freaking interview. So I was like, are you yeah, and I literally just flat out said, I was like, are you curious about anything about me? Because the thing is, he was the one who asked me.
Sounds like an interview too.
Exactly. But I was like,
do you have any questions for me? All right, let's wrap it up.
Exactly. And so I was like,
in contact.
but the thing is, that's really funny, but like, I was kind of like, you know, I'm never going to get a question like inward or anything unless like I prompt that. And it was really weird because I was like, oh, it feels like I'm not, I don't know. It feels like, why am I here? Like at some point, like, because you just wanted somebody to look at and talk to, like, or whatever. So I asked that, and then he goes, well, honestly, I'm not really good at asking questions. And I'm like, check, please. No, like,
Okay.
but
You are not hired.
exactly. I was like, I actually don't get the position. Exactly. But then he's like, ends up asking me the most broad, like, what are some things about you that I don't know? And I'm like, check, please. I'm like,
well, you should know everything. We're friends.
Exactly. So I was just like, I don't know. That really did piss me off. And it was, and it's like bad because like, I don't know if he knows that it pissed me off, or I don't know if he realizes that was very annoying for me, but it just completely turned me off in like every sense of the word, just to be like, I don't know. Like, is it bad that I'm just like, I want to have people in my life that like I feel like that I'm a shoulder to lean on for them, and they're a shoulder to lean on for me. Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. I feel like that's what a friendship usually is.
Exactly. But it's just like, I just don't understand how somebody can be in a conversation and not like peep, I've been talking exclusively about myself for the past 30 minutes. I wonder what, like, it's like, I don't know. I just, when I meet people and I talk to them and like, I'm genuinely curious about them. Like, I wouldn't be sitting in front of them or anyone if I did not have genuine curiosity. So it's just like to sit there and have questions asked of you for like an extended period of time and not think, hey, because I could be a serial killer, like literally, I could serial kill you, Captain Crunch, Cinnamon Toast, like literally, and you just aren't. Like, I don't know. It pisses me off.
Well, maybe he's just an awkward person.
You've been an awkward also. Yeah, you're right. You're probably right. I'm being mean.
Some people just don't know.
That's true. I mean,
communicate.
That's true. I feel like I try to be like an empath and be like, okay, what is the other person? Why might the other person be doing what I find frustrating or annoying or confusing or whatever? But then at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, also, why am I putting so much effort into knowing this stranger? Like, it's like,
yeah.
I think it just goes back to that, like, wanting as much effort as you put into somebody else, put into yourself, and trying to find when it's just like, why am I even doing this? You know, like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, like, when you're like in like a cappella or at like work or whatever, how do you decide that like, oh, this is somebody I want to get close to versus we can be in this vicinity, but I'm not gonna try to like hang out with you outside of like when we have to see each other.
Well, that's all of work for me. That second option. I don't think I have no work friends. I'm gonna be very honest.
By choice,
or? I think it's because I don't know. It's just I just don't talk to anybody unless it's like I'll do small talk and I'll talk about like, oh, I have a dog, and then he's this kind of dog, or like I'll talk about whatever. Like if they bring up their family, I'm like, oh, how's that, or whatever. But I won't. I don't know. A lot of them are older than me. There's not a lot of females either. So it's like, I don't know. Just don't really talk to anyone outside of work. But for acapella, even there, I'm like, I do join in conversation, but I'm just an awkward person too. So I just like don't. I told you about that time, like I literally talked to that one guy, said my name, and was like, we just stood there, and I was like, well, I should probably walk away. Walk away, because I don't know how to keep I hate small talk.
Same.
It's so draining.
I think
bad. Was
this when you like first joined, or was this like at a party or something?
For which one?
For when you guys talked and then you walked away because.
Well, that was undergrad.
Oh, okay.
And that was another group that was not even from our school, so like I never saw them again. So that was good. But for my acapella group right now, I'm just like, I don't really I don't know. Like, I'll participate sometimes in, like, the group chats. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to initiate friendship. That's my problem. Like, I don't remember how I made any friends. Like, Dan was telling me, like, he was saying, like, how we met to somebody and, like, how we started to hang out. And I was like, yeah, I guess that was it. Because I don't really remember. I just know that we became friends and that's it. That is it.
I feel like,
and now we're friends.
I feel like that's the best friendships though, right? Where you can't like vividly like really remember. Like it's like you went from strangers to just like hanging out every day or whatever. Like I feel like those are really good. But I do agree. I almost think, and this is probably a lie, but I do think that there is a difference between people I made friends, and sorry y'all, in my heart, but not necessarily like it's not like I don't think that I can grow it better, but I do have a distinct difference in people I made friends with when I was like in high school, when I was in college, and then beyond that. I feel like maybe I've tried, and maybe and also the pandemic kind of like messed up everything, but
not really.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah. And so I feel
awesome.
It's what?
Working from home. I said it was awesome working from home.
Was it? Or did it fraught our brains, y'all?
I mean, yes, but like also, I didn't have to drive. So.
You're like, worth it.
My brain also thrived.
But yeah, I think there's like a distinct difference between people I made, because I think I was a lot more open maybe to making friends. And like literally my best friend in high school, in high school, we were friends because literally we just like sat next to each other on the bus. And like, I don't know.
We missed the convenience.
Yeah, it was so easy because you just saw everyone all the time. But now it's just like, even when I think I'm close, I'm like, can I say this to them? Like, because I'm like actually insane. So it's just like really hard to like, because there's so many levels of my like personality that when you get to a core, like the core, and I'm saying, how now, brown cow, like it's like that's different from like if I'm like, hey, you, what's the weather like? So it's hard.
I'm very sarcastic, but not to normal people. I try not to be.
Not normal. What are we then? What are me and Dan?
Not normal. You just said it. You just said you're crazy.
That's true. Me gaslighting you. What am I, Lucas? Just kidding. Okay.
Wow.
Just kidding.
Never proven.
Not you, a Lucite. I'm gonna jump into chat to see what everyone else has to say about that. Andre, what up? First of all, hello everyone. Welcome to the Sleepy Idol. Hello Leanne. Hello Andre. Hello V. Welcome to our special Monday episode. Hello Camille. So Andre says, I've been feeling like that with some of my friends. Like communication only starts with me. I text first. I invite people to events I'm having and they don't show up, or they say they're not, or they're coming or not. Yeah.
That's why I don't plan anything. No.
Honestly, it legit hurts my feelings if I plan something and people don't come. Like, you're stronger than me. But yeah,
I've given up on that so hard.
And it's funny because there's definitely people in my life that like I will invite them every single time, and if they say no every single time, that's fine. But again, it's somebody who I've known for a while, so I've already established like, okay, we have like a relationship. It's just not like the planning just hasn't been planning like right now or whatever. But like if that's what I'm saying, like putting this type of effort into somebody that you're newly trying to make friends with or any type of relationship with, it's like, why am I doing this? Like you have not shown me that you're worthy of like this much effort, so why am I going on my way?
That's not worth it sometimes.
And it just sucks because sometimes I'm like, oh, this would be a really good friend because maybe we enjoy like the same niche thing, or maybe we had like a good conversation. But then when that kind of starts where it feels like I'm chasing you down to like hang out, then I'm just like, nah. Because it hurts.
Definitely.
Leanne says, I'm so socially awkward that sometimes I don't even realize the convo is getting focused on myself until after the fact. But given that you literally asked your friend if he had questions for you, I feel like that should have been a light bulb moment for him.
Same. I feel like I do that sometimes too.
Yeah.
I try to think about it too. Like, am I talking too much about myself? Like, because I don't want to feel like I'm just self-centered.
No, but I feel like that's, I mean, not like, I feel like that's like what people usually, I don't know, like maybe this is me over projecting, but when somebody doesn't have that like kind of like, I'm not saying never talk about yourself like to somebody and only ever ask questions, but if you, I feel like if you, that light bulb doesn't click, like I've been talking about myself and there's two people here, like I feel like that's strange, like whatever you do with it, that's fine, but like to never even have the like semblance of, hey, I barely asked this other person, like this person, you know, didn't get any questions. Yeah. I don't want to say it's a man thing, but
oh wow,
I don't know. I'm being misandrist. Leanne says, same Jazz. I don't know how to make new friends. I barely know how to continue my existing friendships.
I mean, like sometimes I'll just be like, I haven't spoken to this person in a while. Maybe I should text them, and then I forget. And then like the next day I'm like, let me continue trying to remember to text this person. Like maybe I should just do it right now, and then I do something else. Like it's very hard. I'm very distractible.
No, that's so real. That's why I'm very I don't like texting. I'm so sorry, like to myself, because I feel like sometimes it can come off as rude, but like I don't know, I try to be straightforward though with people, right? When I get into a level in our relationship where we exchange phone numbers or something like that, I try to be like right off the bat, I really do not like texting, and I make sure to say I do not like it, and not that I'm bad at it or blah blah, because I feel like a lot of people take that as a challenge and they're like, well, I'm gonna send you the best memes, so you're gonna always want to text me and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, I never prefer to text somebody over unless it's like rapid fire, like me, like when we're in Messenger, I feel like it's just really funny, but like 9 times out of 10 I'd rather somebody just call me or FaceTime me even. Huh?
I said you're a boomer.
Yeah, I'm 63, so you have to also take that into consideration.
Never FaceTime me. Never. Like, if you FaceTime me, you will be seeing the ceiling. You will be seeing this. Like, it is never going to be me.
Exhibit A,
like
Exhibit B.
It's a fan. Like, it's like whatever. Like, FaceTiming, I don't understand. I don't need you seeing me. I probably look like a thumb. I feel like I look like a thumb 90% of the time.
To be fair, I think that's like the millennial consensus though, because a lot of people I know are like text, and I'm like, so I'm gonna have to read it, and then I'm gonna have to process it, and I'm gonna have to think of something to say, and then I'm gonna have to text it back, and then I'm gonna have to reread over the text because I'm really prone to making typos, and then I send it, and then there's already typos in there anyway, so then I sulk because I'm like, do you even understand what I'm saying? Because I can't spell deciduous.
I mean, I like put typos all the time, and then I just type what I meant after all the time. Yeah. Sometimes it's like the freaking spell check is against me, and I'll just like keep messing it up. And you're just like, why?
That is so annoying. That is so annoying. I feel like that
always because you're panicking.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to go so fast.
It's so maybe I'm just not a commute. Like maybe I just need to live under a rock or something. Oh. Let's see. Andre said, I mean, 3 of my close friends did not show up for my own birthday. What? So I was like, damn, you can't come to anything. At least send a gift card or something. Let me know you care. Yeah, that really hurts.
What the heck?
That really fucking hurt. Or freaking hurts. Sorry.
That would.
That's cold.
That would make me sad.
That would make me sad, but
call them out.
Yeah, sad and also pissed because I think that then like goes to like at least say something, like be like, have a great birthday. That's why I think we talked about this before, Andre, but like I saw this thing on Twitter where they were like, yeah, I've had multiple years where I've like made a birthday party and nobody showed up, so now I just plan things for myself. So it's not like, oh, because people don't show up, I can't do it. And then I invite people to join me. So whether they come or not is irrelevant because I'm still going to, the Bahamas, or I'm still going to take my ass to Disney World. And I, know that I have the money to cover it for myself and blah, blah, blah. I'm not relying on somebody. You guys can come and celebrate with me, but you're not like the end all be all of the,
I'm trying to be like that.
Me too. Like when I went to Fan Expo, I was like, okay, it would be nice for everyone to come, but I kind of just want to go to Fan Expo regardless.
I wanted to go.
Lies! No, just kidding.
I did. But I feel like it went quiet after they were like, it's Pride weekend. So then I was like,
oh yeah, that's true.
I guess no one going. I was like,
everyone was like, sorry about it.
And I feel like like, you know, when you enter a conversation after everything's done,
like it's decided like, no one will go because we
and
don't.
You're just like, do I say something? Or do I just... I'll just let it be. And then you just like...
Well, to be fair, I was fine because the thing is I wanted to attend a lot of panels, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go panel hopping anyway. But I thought if we wanted another shot of wearing our costumes.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, no, I probably didn't.
Oh. Camille says, I completely agree about the texting thing, Jay. I only text one friend and we brain melded at this point, so it doesn't count. Yeah, I definitely think there's certain people who get grandfathered into like, I would hold a text conversation with you, but I don't really enjoy it, especially with new people. Because I will say, for a lot of different things, new relationships, and this is what I'm saying for me, I just want to clarify, I'm not judging anyone if this is the case for you, but with new relationships, for me, especially if it's a person I can actually see in person or call or whatever, texting is not replaceable for actually meeting in person and talking. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people are, for at least a lot of people, that's the case for them. But for me, if we've been texting for like 3 months, the first time I meet you, you're a stranger to me. Like, no offense. Like,
I think anything where it's like where you're not physically in front of a person, it's not the same thing. So, because it's, I don't know, you don't see their facial expressions. Maybe FaceTiming, I guess, is kind of closer, but it's still like you don't see everything.
Yeah. So. You don't see everything. Yeah, that's true. They might be like sharpening a knife during your text or whatever. Oh. Why am I so negative?
Whoa. Now you went to sharpening a knife, not like, oh, maybe he's wiping his butt on a toilet or something, picking his nose.
They might be fashioning your voodoo doll as you are sending good morning texts. And then Andre says, see, I'm the text guy because I find that when I do call people, they don't answer or call back. Plus, I text first to see if they're busy before. You know what? That's very considerate.
Yeah, that's how I like for work. I prefer when people are like, hey, are you free to talk? I hate when people just call you. Like, what is that?
Yeah. That's true.
Sometimes I just don't answer. I'm just like, no.
Do not disturb.
Like, I'm suddenly in the bathroom. I don't know. Like, what the heck?
That's true. I do call. I will say I do, before I start calling people, I either like establish the relationship of like being able to call each other. But I do usually check in if it's somebody new. But yeah, I mean, maybe that makes me crazy, but I don't know. Just communication related things have just been really frustrating me lately. And I'm just like, am I crazy or am I just not satisfied? But you know, we out here. Are you not entertained? Another thing I wanted to say, and this is actually, so this is a K-pop podcast, if y'all didn't know, but it's actually K-pop related. Have y'all been seeing these multitude of university like festival performances that have been popping up in the past couple months? So
I think I heard something about it recently, but I thought it was about old stuff.
I think they've been going on because there's been a lot that happened like last year, but then I think right now it's like the season for it. So a lot of girl groups like Le Sserafim, aespa, New Jeans, IVE, and stuff like that have been like performing at like Yonsei University and stuff like that. So there's like a lot of like videos of them dressed up in like the university colors and like stuff like that and performing. But this kind of stems from there was one concert or performance, and I don't remember where it was. I think it was at one of the Sky universities, but I'm not sure where aespa performed. And so I think it was like the members were doing like, you know, they performed and they were doing like their introductions or whatever, and people noticed that like it was like Giselle, and then it was like 안녕하세요 코리안입니다. 안녕하세요 닝닝 Like like people were very audibly like loud for like, I think it was both Winter and Karina, but I think Karina got like the whatevers.
I mean, she is not it, girl.
Not you being a Karina stan.
She is. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I don't make the rules.
Not you being like, it's valid that they did that. Okay. But I was kind of gagged because I was like, dang, y'all. But the thing is, the more I'm watching these performances, the more I notice that it's not just aespa that it's happening to. If you like watch these performances and really listen in, not even just during like when they do like the ment and introductions, but like when one member is singing and they come on screen or whatever, the crowd goes insane. And it's like this weird indicator of who's like super popular and who's like not as popular. Like, I was watching IVE and the cheers for Won Young and Yoojin were insane. And then it would just be so quiet. Yeah, I was like, oh my God. Like, I mean, I know they don't care, but like, control it. Like, this is so mean. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't say give pity cheers or whatever either, but I just think being one of the members that like, they're like, Won Young's like, nah, 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 and then everyone's like, ah! And then you're like, especially Liz.
You actually sing a high note. I know, like you're singing all these high notes live, and they're just like, woo. Yay, I guess. I don't know. Where's Won Young? Put her back on.
It's so mean. I mean, maybe some of like, you know, in a very much like, I don't know, like superhero movie fashion, like if you're not getting a lot of cheers, you're like, this means I have to work harder, like that kind of thing. But I would be depressed.
This is an anime. Ew. And it doesn't work that way. Sadly.
I don't know. I just felt really bad.
Like Rock Lee.
They take off. Liz takes off the weights. She's like, "Here, my real power." But I felt bad. I don't know. It just is like kind of icky because I'm just like, dang. I mean, maybe people can't control themselves because it's just like that. I mean, I know like especially like members that are like considered beautiful. It's like seeing them in person, people literally go feral or whatever. So maybe they can't control themselves. But I don't know.
It would still be like at least relatively the same. Like I wouldn't mind Won Young getting more or Yoonjin getting more as long as it's not like yay for like Liz and then like what? For like Won Young. I'd be like, okay, wait, everybody relax. There is so much, like these are apples and oranges. Like I know who's popular by a long shot.
It's crazy.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's sad, but because I feel like there's like, you know, two types of like fans where people are like, we never talk about the popularity disparity or you're like an evil like Ake, and then there's like fans that don't care. But I feel like a lot of people like move towards like, we don't speak about the popularity difference, so sometimes it's really easy to forget that it's there. Like I feel like so I don't know, it was just really jarring for me. Andre says, I'm with Jazz. Karina is that girl, but the cheering should definitely be evenly distributed.
You know, yeah, but you know, even if she had like just a little bit more, like,
not an act gay, not a Karina act gay.
I love them all. So
Espites get her. V says, that's so mean. I'll just walk off the stage. I don't care. Give me pity chips. Imagine Liz is like, huh? Girls, I'm going home. How y'all gonna sing those high notes?
Give this to Won Young. Let's see if she can do it.
They'd probably not care. They'd probably be like, yes, queen.
She'd be doing whatever, lip singing to Liz's parts, and they'd be like, whoa, oh my god.
They're like, it sounds better actually.
It's recorded.
Hey Team Yo, welcome to the stream. Tina says, I feel people talk about Liz a lot, but we should really be talking about Exo-l. I don't care to spell her name. LMAO. The thing is, it's Gao and Exo-l that has, or is it Lisa or Exo-l that have like the very unique voice types, right?
Exo.
Yeah.
Exo sounds like to me like Momo.
How?
But slightly better.
I don't even know what I was gonna say there because I was like, that's kind of shady to Momo to say how dare you. I think I mean that's like very much like tone though, right? Like you just have a very unique.
Like you can tell it's her when she's singing.
Yeah. Really. But I don't know. I just think that it was just sad to see. Okay, and the last thing before we actually get started is I wanted to talk about the Idol featuring Jennie Ruby Jane and how the girls are saying that she's going to the gutter with this one or whatever. I don't even know. Like, y'all know what the Idol is. Do you know what the Idol is?
Yes, I've heard that apparently, what was it, Cannes Festival?
Oh, yeah.
This is so bad. What is this trash? And then the guy who runs it was like, well, you know, it'll be fine. And then it got released, what was it, last week? 2 weeks ago? Weekends ago? And then everybody was like, wow, this is actually trash. And now it's just trash.
They need to...
And it sucks because it's a guy from Euphoria, right?
Yeah.
He made Euphoria.
Yeah.
So,
I mean...
all you Euphorianites...
You better
go and watch the show.
You better stream. I think though there was a controversy around it where it was like originally written or no, it was directed by a woman director, but then I guess they didn't like the direction it was going because it was too, I don't know, feminist or something. And so they brought him in, I guess, or something, and then it turned into like, because I think a lot of the criticisms is that it's like overly sexual, but then also just bad. Yeah.
I heard like there was like somebody said something about like Lily Rose Depp or whatever. Like the first episode was just her with like bodily fluids on her face or something, and I was like, that's all I need to hear to not watch this show. That is enough.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it seems like, because the thing is I don't know, I've never watched Euphoria, but I know it's also very edgy. So maybe the Sam guy was like, well, y'all like the crazy stuff I do in Euphoria. So you best like it here. But it just seems like, I mean, I've seen clips. I don't want to really watch it either. Like, because first of all, if you're watching it for Jennie, girls, y'all can see them clips in like a 30-second TikTok. Everything she's in.
I saw one of the clips of her. It was kind of funny. It was like her dancing.
Oh,
and like one part was like her in between like a guy and a girl, and I was like, whoa, risque.
It was like trying so hard. Yeah, I agree. It's giving Wattpad. Like they were like grinding, and it was I was just like, oh my, this doesn't even look comfortable, let alone good. Like, what's going on? But I mean, that just kind of sucks because I know a lot of her fans were like excited to see her in this, and now it's just like, yeah, like they thought, oh, Jennie's about to be in the next Euphoria.
Little did they know. No, she is not.
But I saw, and again, I think it's just like people who are already haters, but people are criticizing her because they're like, you're ruining your image by being in this gross show or whatever.
Like, how is she supposed to know when she auditions?
That's true. They probably were just like, oh. But like the Weeknd is so gross. Like the clips that I've seen in him, he's supposed to be like, and I think he's supposed to be kind of gross or whatever. Like he's supposed to be a gaslighter, like manipulative, like cult figurehead. But he's just like, it's like he's saying these things that are like supposed to be sexy, but I just want to vomit when I see his character saying, like literally, I got a visceral reaction. There's like a clip of him being like, because of Susan, I can't really say it, but y'all could check it out. Yeah. And like every single character is sleeping with him for some reason. Like Jennie's character implies no, he's Tedros or something. I think that's his name, Tedros, in the show. All right, guys. I'm gonna read a couple more of these comments and then we'll go into the first topic of the day. V says the Idol is trash, don't waste your time, you know, and I don't think I will. Like there's a part of me that like lives for the mess, so I'm like, should I check this out? But no, apparently not. Andre says, what is it even about? So I guess it's an idol. Yeah, pretty much. Lily Rose Depp plays like a Britney Spears wannabe character who's like in turmoil because I guess she's trying to like reinvent herself or something, and then Tedros, aka The Weeknd, comes, and I really do not know what he does, but he needs to make out with her and do dirty things with her every single episode, apparently. So, I mean, Jennie's there dancing, if y'all want to see that. It's a mess though. Leanne says the Weeknd says that the show was too much from the female perspective, so they brought in Sam Levinson.
I feel like, is that not the point?
Yeah, I was gonna say, why have from what I read though, I think what it is that I think it's supposed to be like a gotcha, where it's like called The Idol, so you assume that it's supposed to be the story of Lily Rose Depp and she's the idol, but then I think there's supposed to be some kind of cult plot where like the Weeknd's character is like a cult leader or whatever, so it's like, oh no, we made you look, it's him who's actually the idol because he's the idol of all his kite.
I'm like interested now. Hold on,
never mind, let me not promote it.
I might watch this starting from whenever it gets good.
I mean, there's only 5 episodes and we have 2 already, so
5?
Yeah,
already,
yeah, it's a limited series or whatever it's called.
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a, I don't know.
Maybe at one point it was longer, but I know they already released all the names of each episode, so I was like, mess. But yeah, all right, y'all. Let's jump into the first topic of the day. Oh, wait. Hold on, I'm realizing that I don't have a picture. So let me just stall a bit. So y'all know this is literally like the resident Exo-l podcast. Like I was literally thinking of renaming this podcast the Sleepy XO, the Sleepy Kyungsoo. Actually, let me be honest.
He doesn't even show up in every episode like Xiumin does.
How? So. Now, brown cow, how dare you?
To yourself. You're the one that's in charge. The Dio content.
I've never not talked about Dio, so I really don't know what you're talking about. He's been the podcast husband, giving the spousal support checks.
After the Squid Games guy, and after the other guy, and after the other one.
I can't say I recall. I can't say I recall any of these people you're talking about, unfortunately. But I'll look that up, maybe do some fact checking. But no, it's been Dio like firmly every single time I've talked. We've done the Kyung second. But so you guys probably know though, there's some turmoil happening within the trenches of EXO. There's a disturbance in the force, if you will. And that, of course, is the news that the members that make up CBX, Chen, Xiumin, and Baekhyun have filed for termination of their exclusive contract with SM. Or petitioned. It was kind of confusing, the language that they were using in some of the articles I was reading. But I think the easiest way to put it is that due to some of the stuff that SM has been doing that has been a violation of their contract, they have grounds for termination of their exclusive contract with SM. So I'm gonna hit some points. Jazz, you're probably gonna have to help me fill this in because I only know it up to a point. But yeah,
I feel like we know up to the same point. So I also have just like jumped in and read random stuff, and since the K-pop Reddit is down, I haven't been able to. I wanted to see what people were saying, and I can't even look at it.
Damn it! Wow, this is SM's doing. They knew it was coming.
They knew we were the only people that would talk about this.
Literally the source. We are literally the source of everyone's news for this. No, but yeah, so it was really shocking to hear. It just really came out of, I mean, obviously to us it came out of nowhere. To them it's probably been a long time coming, but nonetheless it
filed it like earlier, like in the year actually.
And we're just learning. That's what I was kind of confused about now, because I know in the June 1st statement that came out, they had mentioned that this had been an ongoing issue behind the scenes because they were trying to get SM to come around and give them the information that they were seeking. And I think they gave SM till May 31st to heed to their requests. But then SM was like, so anyway, y'all seen that Taeyong got a new song? Oh my god, it's Taeyong's fault. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody.
He's taking all the money.
They need it for his comeback hair dye. All right, y'all. That took me a while, but I got there. All right.
Aww, that's a cute picture.
I know. Let me real quick.
Why does Chen look like he's like long lost? Like lover is like in the distance.
He knew.
Like, oh my god.
He was like, guys, a storm is a brewing.
You came.
All right, so the story is on June 1st, via a statement through their personal lawyer, we had found out that CBX had essentially been in the process of trying to get their exclusive contract with his SM Entertainment terminated. So in the statement that their lawyer put out, we actually get very, very specific detail about what's actually going on behind the scenes and what even brought this whole situation up. What were the terms for the grounds for the termination. And to not get into too much detail and kind of summarize, essentially there were like two main reasons that they were, they wanted this termination. And the biggest one was the fact that they had been requesting since March 21st, essentially what's called a settlement report. And essentially in the settlement report, it would contain information of the earnings that they had generated through working. And then what from those earnings were subject to deduction. So what, based off those earnings, they wouldn't get paid because they'd get deducted from their final payment due to costs that the company has to put in. And so essentially they were requesting this because SM hadn't been giving it to them. So again, I don't want to get into too much detail, but from what I read on Soompi, due to their exclusive contracts, SM was obligated to give them twice a year a report that basically summarized how they were getting paid, where the deductions were being taken out. And apparently SM wasn't doing that consistently enough. So from March up until May 31st, where they gave SM a deadline to give them this information, they had been requesting it, but SM had been basically shrugging them off, saying that they weren't going to give it. Now, obviously, that's very suspicious, because if somebody's requesting a breakdown of what they're earning and where the deductions are and how their payment is being calculated, and you're refusing to give it to them, that seems shady, because why would you refuse unless the math wasn't mathing? Lee Seung-gi will tell you a little bit about that. So essentially, when the 31st arrived, that was the limit they gave SM, and based on, I believe it's called the Popular Culture and Arts Industry Development Act, because they weren't providing these reports, that is actually grounds for them to ask for a termination of their contract. Now, in addition to this information, we also got a complaint about their contracts. So apparently, I didn't know this, but they had been signed to exclusive contracts that were 13 years long. Now, I was very confused when I heard this, because obviously as a K-pop senior citizen, we all know what happened with TVXQ and how SM's case with TVXQ basically deemed that contracts that were over 7 years were unjust and unlawful. So I was very confused how they were even able to do this. But I know in the statement it goes into detail about how via putting in a clause that has to do with overseas promotions, they're able to tack some extra years on there, and just legal mumble jumble, whatever, they were basically able to get these 13-year contracts. And so if that wasn't bad enough, now that I guess their contracts are up, and as they were negotiating re-signing, renewing contracts, SM was basically trying to strong on them to increase their contracts to the point where it would be 17, 18 years, I think in total, not additionally, imagine, to their 48. And they felt like that was unjust, and they were given a lot of wiggle room to be hey, I just want to do 2 more years or something like that. So based on all these combined, they have deemed that the contracts were invalid, and they wished to terminate their exclusive contracts. And so that was very shocking for a lot of people. We obviously, I don't know, have you ever known or thought about the length of had it ever occurred to you? I don't know, because based on what we think the 7 years is supposed to be, technically EXO would have resigned in 2018 or something. Do we remember what the conversation around that time was?
No. I remember reading somebody comment and say, like, they were the three that signed first. Though I'm not sure if it was 28. I don't remember what year it was though. But like they signed first, and I was like, I don't remember
CBX
anything. Yeah, CBX.
Oh, that's.
And like apparently people were saying they tried to use they thought that SM was trying to use them to try and get the others to sign.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, because that really, a lot of the discussion in this was really confusing me, because I was like, oh yeah, I feel like, you know, every time there's like 7 years comes up, there's like a bevy of groups like who debuted like whatever year was 7 years ago, and everyone starts discussing. So I was like, how did they get them into this like 13-year contract situation? So going forward, the same day, in response to this information going public, SM released a statement essentially saying that they felt that CBX was being influenced by a third party to go ahead and try to get this like contract termination and violate their contracts. And this third party was doing this like in attempts to basically like sabotage SM. And so the news outlet Ilgan Sports reported that SM sent a certification of contents to Big Planet Entertainment, and in the certification of contents, this Big Planet Entertainment, the CEO is MC Mong, who's a rapper. And so in this statement they claimed that Chen, Baekhyun, and Xiumin were approached to sign contracts with Big Planet Made Entertainment, which would be against their exclusive contracts with SM. So essentially they were accusing BPM, Big Planet Made Entertainment, of being the ones that were putting the battery in CBX's back to try to terminate this exclusive contract and like sue/call out SM for these like illegal like, you know, contracts and this whole like settlement of statement issue, and being suspicious that they weren't getting what they were, you know, supposed to be paid for, or what they were supposed to get paid. So BPM they responded to this statement, and they confirmed that they did receive this certification of context from SM, but they denied being the fuel that was resulting in CBX wanting to do this violation or whatever. And you know, they had like some mumble jumble like the fans, like, you know, that kind of thing. And they also like SM released another statement the same day, essentially saying that they cherish CBX, but they essentially call bullshit on the idea that like they think it's just like weird that all of a sudden the three are trying to like get these settlement statements, and that they're free to check anytime. So I don't know why they're complaining, and that that they had negotiations for a new contract and there was no issue like while that negotiation was going on. So it's weird that all of a sudden they have a problem, which I guess is trying to like pad their idea that somebody told them to do this, and they were fine up until a point. And so it was just, all of this is very, very random, because it seemed like everything was going to be squared away, signed, sealed, delivered, until all of a sudden they had this problem. So that's about where I stopped reading. But I don't know. Oh, really? Even right there, what do we feel about SM Entertainment?
They're giving BBC vibes, where there was like, weren't they like also like, oh, Chu was talking to this company, and it was just like, Chu was like, no, I wasn't. Like I wasn't even talking to them before like anything happened. So what are you talking about?
Yeah,
in that type of vibe.
Yeah, it's weird, because it's like a lot of this, like, I don't know, no one's just gonna say, like, I don't know, this just seems like really foolish, and it's like really just like, who you guys gonna believe, us or Chen, who has a baby, by the way? Like, I feel like they're like and he's married, y'all remember that?
Y'all hate him, right? What do we anyway?
Because I just I don't believe that all of a sudden they'd be like, they just lie about the fact that you're not providing them the settlement reports or whatever, and it was just like freely available. And because, no offense, I do think that SM is working at disadvantage because we already know that y'all are shady as shit, so it's like, I'm not gonna
give them the papers, go ahead, go, just let them be.
Exactly. But one of the things that I missed out on mentioning when I talked about the first statement is that one of the big things is that Chen, Baekhyun, and Xiumin are kind of being martyrs in the sense that they're asking all these questions and filing this termination because they felt like a lot of shady practices, especially with that settlement report, were being done. But then they also mentioned that they're curious if this is happening to other artists under SM, but they're essentially just not saying anything because obviously going against SM. We saw what happened to Yuchan, Junsu and them back in 2009. So, and so it's kind of like this thing where it's like, I don't know if this was a discussion, and you know, now that Reddit's down, we'll never know. But like, if they're doing it, how come there aren't other people also complaining? I could see that being the angle people who are maybe not supporting CBX are coming from. Like, why would it only be you? So that's kind of,
it's not like everybody band together.
Fake.
Start a petition. Get Taeyong because she seems like she's tired. And all the people that seem like they're tired, they'll like probably jump on it too.
That's true. I mean, I think it's interesting because especially that statement where they were trying to make them extend their exclusive contracts like 5-6 extra years. I feel like when SNSD contract whatever, they only extended like 2 or 3 more years.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's what I thought. That's what they signed. That's what I was confused by. Where'd all those years come from?
Yeah. Carry the 3. This is why we need the settlement report.
None of their lawyers like say like, hey, this doesn't make sense. It definitely says 10 years over here. Like, maybe we should not sign this.
Yeah.
Renegotiate.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, and again, I think that's another thing that people will probably use. Like, you know, if you signed it, what can we really do for you? Even if it was like, you know, not a great or advantageous thing to sign. If you signed it, like, what can we really do at this point, you know? But I don't know.
I wonder if like it was like something where they signed it or they were told it was good, and like whatever lawyer they used missed all the stuff. And like they already signed it, and then they started realizing stuff, and they were like, "Wait a minute, maybe we should get another lawyer to look at our contract."
Yeah.
And like, wait a minute, this is not what you guys thought you signed.
Yeah. Honestly, that could be like a thing, because I think a lot of like SM's like hold here is like, oh, you were fine with it, you didn't care, whatever. But I feel like that can, like, 2 things can be true, right? You were okay with it, and it wasn't until a third party was like, hey, you realize this is shit, especially for how like big you are, whatever, and then you're like, this is shit. But the thing is, you SM in every single scenario is still taking advantage of them. So even if it took MC Mung, you know, Simon D, J Park, you know, telling them that this wasn't a good contract, who cares? You still were trying to be shady. It's a mess. I honestly thought that SM was like, when I was reading the article, I was like, is SM implying Hybe?
Imagine.
Is SM implying Jungkook himself was like, listen, Baekhyun, I know that our groups have been at odds for a while, but this contract ain't it.
Yes. We're the new BTS. Imagine a world like that.
I'll be so happy.
Competing against Ariana Grande.
The real evil, the real source of all evil. Ooh, somebody says, are they using Taeyong as a distraction for the lawsuit, you think?
I mean, I think he was already gonna release his stuff. Because he was listed in their... I think more so, I read that people were thinking maybe the, what's his name? This Sung Taro.
Oh, with them leaving NCT.
Them leaving was like preparation for this. I was like, that makes more sense because that came out of nowhere. Taeyong, he was already gonna have a solo. So. I mean, are you sure about that?
I just live here to be shady to Taeyong. I'm so sorry, Taeyongites.
You really hate him.
It's not.
Let's call him Scam Young.
Stop. They're gonna for real think I'm an auntie. Listen, I stan NCT 127, 359. Okay.
See, look at that.
What? I am here for him, all right? I have as many Gundams if he wants to take them from me, you know? If he wants to push me.
He's gonna football. I was gonna say football tackle you.
I'm ready. I love how I'm like, girl groups get treated unfairly, and then like, anyway, scammer, no scammer. I'm just kidding. He's fun. Yeah, it's messy. And, you know, we didn't even, I skipped like half of the things, but one of the things that is very curious is that while this is, you know, still very much happening, we're getting an EXO comeback, and
I mean, are we mad about this? Let's really think about this critically.
Oh.
Because I'd rather this happens before they have to leave fully. I'm so sorry.
You are a business fan. I'm
a business fan. I just want them to, you know, I've been waiting so long for this comeback, and like now it's just like SM at least do something final that I can like have before they leave.
That is so, you know, like there's like PR fan, there's like solo stan, blah blah. I feel like that's a new term. Businessman is like, I don't care what y'all need to do, we're gonna get this comeback. Y'all gonna show up. All right.
I want them to get out of their contracts. But while it's waiting and pending, you might as well, you know.
CEO
one
Stan.
last hurrah.
We love a CEO Stan.
One last hurrah. They seem like they enjoy being with EXO. That's what I feel like. It's not like they hate being in EXO. It's just they hate their contract.
That's true.
So,
yeah.
As long as they have fun.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it seemed like, from what I read, they're going to participate in this.
Yeah.
Which is the strangest shit I've ever seen. Like, it's like you're ongoing trying to terminate your contract and sue this company. You're like, anyway, fucking SM, don't play with it. Hey, call me, baby. Hey. No, bitch, listen. I said I need the statement.
Have you seen the pictures of them at the airport?
No, like all of them together?
Yeah, because they're filming a show, too. Did you know that? They're filming a show. So they traveled somewhere. I don't know where they went. But they were in the airport, like, and they had pictures. But, like, they look like Chen and Xiumin looked like they were having a good time, but Baekhyun looked like he wanted to punch somebody.
Oh my god, Oreo Gate Part 2. No, just kidding. That's crazy. That's awkward. I mean, I know in the statement they said, like, you know, this is not like fans. We want to make this as painless as possible for you. This is not about you. This is about greedy ass SM being greedy or whatever. But that is another level of professionalism that I've never heard. To know you're in this like this ongoing battle with this company, that this current comeback you're doing, these things you're filming, they're gonna make profit off of it. You know, and you're literally in a fight with them because they're hoarding your profits suspectively, and you're just like, hey girls.
And they're like, as long as we do a good job and then we win, we like get all that money.
That's true.
Like, just keep doing our job, and hopefully it works in our favor in the end.
That's true.
And we had a good time doing it.
That's true. Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, you asked a great question. You were like, or before we pressed live, and you were like, yeah, like, is there a future where they're actually in the group and it goes back to normal? And I think no.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Unless they do like a Super Junior thing, where they get their own label.
Ooh.
Where they control everything.
Ooh. Lay's like, finally, you know, y'all are on my side. Y'all understood where I was coming from. He CGI's in. Sorry, guys. He's in the courtroom. So y'all finally understand.
Why CGI himself?
Because you know he doesn't show up. He's like, I'm here for the
He's
CGI.
Like, I'm never coming back here. Like, why would you think that? You think so highly of me. Like, no.
Foolish. No. Okay, so this is what they need to do. Everyone in SM every EXO member needs to leave SM. They need to sign with Lay under his company and then do all their acting promotions under Jackson Wang's company.
Exclusively Chinese.
Because they owe us XOM, huh? They cut that off prematurely. So
well, nobody was listening to them except for me anyway. So, you know. It was just me.
Listen, I was listening to select songs such as the Chinese version of Transformer. Okay,
honestly, best version. I also like Machine. That I used to love the Chinese version of that. Like the way that I don't know Mandarin sounds with that, like how robotic it is. I was like, this sounds so good compared to whatever that Korean version is. No offense to everybody else, okay, but it wasn't giving.
See, the thing is, I don't know if you're being sincere or it's because Xiumin was in XOM that you're like, you have a bias.
I only listened to XOM because of Xiumin.
Oh, damn.
But I did like the Machine. Like, Machine sounded better to me.
That's fair.
There are certain Chinese version songs that I was like, this sounds much better. And I can't listen to the Korean one.
Yeah, I was going to say, I agree. Like, I think people who only listen to the K version of songs were missing out. But yeah. Okay, let me jump in the chat to see what you're saying. Okay, first of all, Camille, let us know. The K-pop subreddit Reddit should be back on Wednesday and Thursday, by the way.
It's so long. What the heck?
We gotta make our own subreddit.
Work? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Your boss is behind me. I'm like, we got it.
I was like, please no. I swear I'm doing work.
Camille says, from what I understood with the contracts, they made them sign contracts, and during the first years of the contracts, they made them sign a renewal right after. So before the contract was even up, they made them sign a renewal.
That seems a little. That already sounds shady.
It does.
I would have been like, nah, I'm good.
I mean, everyone knows one of the reasons why it's so insidious to make first contracts so long. Contracts that apparently, according to the statement, are sometimes signed during when you're a trainee. You have absolutely no bargaining power when you first sign the contract. So the company can make it so disadvantageous to you, but you can't do anything about it because you're just a random trainee and you're signing with SM. So you need to make them short. So it's before, no offense, your career's over. So you don't have any bargaining chips, but like right in that sweet spot that you actually have, you can be like, okay, I need this. If you want the Baekhyun, the Chen, you know, whatever. And so that's like really insidious to when they're in the middle of their career, before they even really get to the point where they're super valuable. You're like, okay, renew for extra years. Like, I'm sorry, SM, I don't care how many ways. I don't care if you say that you sent out a newsletter with the settlement reports every 2 weeks and it came with a lollipop. Like, this is shady. Like, and I think what's so annoying is that these companies know that they do this shady shit because companies are crooked. Like, the bottom line is money. But then when you get caught and you get called out, you don't just say, all right, you're right, you caught us. You try to act like you're the good guy the whole time. You're not. We know you're not. That is literally the basis of capitalism and like business, you being greedy. But it's like, if somebody gets you, like, sit in it. Like, come on. Like, it's so cheap. That being said, stream exists because we got to make this go to Melon's top. All right, they need to know our bars aren't irrelevant.
Don't buy it. But listen to it. I just feel like if you buy it, then SM's getting all the money.
That's true.
But listen to it. I do want it on Melon. I want them to be top of Spotify, top of everything. Billboard. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. Do buy the album. Because I think Billboard counts the album sales.
We're so weak. Loona fans, we need your strength because they really knew.
Old.
Yeah.
I'm weak. Also, it's been so long since they came back, so it's like I'm really just like, all right.
Yeah,
I don't know I'm taking what I can get.
That really sucks. And as much as they seem like they're like, we don't want this to affect fans, we just want to do our thing, I definitely think that is very like advantageous to SM because it's like, well, shut the hell up because you don't want to disappoint your fans. We have a comeback. Y'all didn't come back in a while now. All right. Y'all didn't come back in a while now, so y'all just behave well, if you know what I'm saying.
I'm scared.
And even me, I'm like, okay, you see these lights? These are being put up by Kyungsoo and Xiumin. So if there's no check, okay, if it exists flops, y'all, these lights are gone. They're gone next episode. I don't know what to tell you. It's like actually really disrespectful. No, that's messed up though. The EXO-L are gonna get our asses. We're gonna get our freaking EXO-L cards revoked.
Oh, I'm trying to get them sales. You know, I just said buy the album. I never said don't buy it.
What even is this? what is our verdict? Like literally, SM bad, Xiumin, Baekhyun, Chen good.
Stream, Blooming Day. Ooh. Which is what I did today. I was like on a
in solidarity
EXO kick today. Yeah,
them stream coins are going into SM's pocket.
It's also, you know, whatever little they get, they're still getting some.
That college fund for Chen's kids, you know, that's what it's on my mind. All right.
Honestly, so stream double time because he has 2 kids.
Stream Kyungsoo's album too. How dare?
That's only one person.
Do you want these lights on or not? Do you see how they shift?
Xiumin's here, so it's just stream CBX.
Xiumin is about to be unemployed. Okay, he's gonna take his settlement.
He has a new drama that apparently, you know, he's being talked about for. Even though I think, is that possible since he's in SM?
Wait,
through SM.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying he couldn't act.
No.
I was like, oh my god.
Imagine.
You've turned on him. SM.
No.
You've been brainwashed by SM.
I would never.
But yeah, Aksho said, I was waiting for them to blame it on hype. I would have cackled a very hearty cackle if that would have went down. I'm not going to, you know, lie. If they would have said, we saw Jungkook sneaking out of, you know, the CBX office and we knew he was up to no good. Him and Charlie Puth both, they were both sneaking up. So
he left his vape. We know it's his. It's that strawberry watermelon thing that he had in that other stream he was in. We know it's him.
He left his vape and his bangs. But yeah.
His clip-on.
We know that's a clip-on wig. We know there's a clip-on bangs and that's a wig.
Clip-on mullet.
Oh no. Yeah. Ooh, is there an NCT comp? I would not be surprised if they're like, let's throw everything to the wall.
Yeah, they're doing like a whole like NCT wide thing. So it's like Wavy, all the other ones.
Oh my god, this is
suddenly I forgot who is what.
This is a cover-up. Maybe this is a cover-up. Because, okay, it kind of makes sense because if they're like, okay, EXO's in shambles anyway because we're stealing all their money, this is time to push NCT to the forefront so they can be the flagship boy group, like the big, massive flagship boy group of the company right now, you know, as we, you know, take all their money. So, oh my God, but if that's happening to EXO...
Well, I feel like why would they do it for NCT when they have a new boy group, apparently?
That's true. Maybe they're like, well, we already kind of have NCT established, so we have something to work off of.
I guess.
Dang. That's tough, yo. That's tough. Pure Heart says, hey, Pure Heart says, I'm actually curious if all the EXO members are just going to leave SM, but are leaving in waves since CBX went first, or if they're going to end up staying under SM. I mean, it's very weird because I'm like, there's no way that they're solely scamming just CBX.
Yeah.
Like, either the others don't care, or they're like, all right, we're gonna do this, but we wanted to do one last comeback and then we'll do the lawsuit, like something. But I mean, it happened with TVXQ, right? I mean, I know in that case, Yuchan, Junsu, and Jaejung specifically wanted to do something. Like, I think they wanted to have like a perfume line, but SM blocked it, and that's when they're like, oh no, we are going to, you know, sell this Victoria's Secret Passion body spray. Whether you
did they do anything?
What do you mean? I mean, I'm sure because it became this big thing and then they ended up leaving. So I'm sure they were like, all right, screw that body spray. Screw that Bath and Body Works body spray, y'all. We're fighting for our lives out here. but that's what I remember. B says SM is a mess. Get Wavy out of it too.
Wavy's interesting.
Wait, why?
I don't know. I think they're doing fine, but I feel like, I don't know. Everybody thinks there's stuff that they could do more for Wavy, and I'm like, I don't really. Maybe I just don't know how Chinese market works. So
that's true.
Like maybe they can do more, and I just am a naive fan.
I mean, the only thing I know about the Chinese like entertainment market is Happy Camp. Have they gone on Happy Camp recently? Oh,
I don't even think they've ever been on. Is Happy Camp even still a thing?
I think so. I swear. I mean, within the past 5 years, I think so. Because I remember seeing a clip of like Luhan or something. Wait, somebody said something really funny. Okay. Gotta love the 6 units, man. XOK, XOM, not EXO lawsuit. Because the Chinese members of XOM, they kind of set the precedent. Like, I wonder if Tao's like, you probably wish you had my father now to write the, email or whatever.
No. Like, no. We actually had lawyers because we're adults. We don't do that. I'm sorry.
You versus Tao is the grudge of the century.
I just find it so interesting. Like, you got your dad to write a whole entire letter.
Is his dad like powerful or something?
Well, I know he's rich.
Oh, well, there we go.
So, yeah. I think Tao and Luhan and Chris, I think they were all rich. It was just Lay.
And Chris is in jail, I think, right? Like, that's so crazy. If you would have showed me all the boys groups that like debuted and like or were active in like 20 like 12, and you're like, this one's in jail, this one also went to jail, this one, like, I'm like, look at that.
Yeah. Like the BAP guy, Chen. He's in jail, right? Isn't he in jail, or did he like he did something? He was part of that whole entire problem, wasn't he? It was like him
from BAP.
Yeah,
I did not know that anyone in BAP was involved in that.
Because he was like friends with, I swear it was him and Junghyun from the CM Blue.
I know about
like
them.
Friends.
Yeah, there's like one guy from FT Island, one guy from CM Blue.
Yeah,
and like another guy. But I did not.
I swear Chen was part of something.
Oh my god, that's so. Yikes! Yikes! Timio said, "Did y'all see that SM were literally stealing from Wavy and aespa? Wait, how? I mean, that kind of.
Oh, wasn't that like actual SM?
Like Xiumin? Well, I know he was like a crook. He like embezzled, did tax fraud or whatever.
Yeah, I think like when they were describing what he was doing, people were saying that he was taking from Wavy and aespa.
That's crazy. And then like. That's so sad. It's so sad because then like, I don't know how much Xiumin really had this, but I remember seeing like a little doc where like he was very like, hey girl, like he was like SNSD, those are my girls and stuff like, and then for you to be like that, but then secretly be doing all this shady stuff behind the, like, don't come in with these fatherly figure ass images if you know you're gonna be scamming behind the scenes, and that goes for all of y'all.
Didn't he literally just hug them last year? Because they had like the
SNSD?
SM Town.
Oh.
He hugged like everybody.
I mean, that
like,
makes sense.
Pictures.
Yeah.
And I was like, the heck?
He probably was sliding his hand into their pockets and trying to get their wallets.
He was like, yeah. He just reached down. He was like, what are you doing?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
your hair was caught in your mic. sorry about that.
Oh god, scam artist, that sucks. Oh wait, Leon says, yeah, Chan admitted guilty. Oh my god, S-ing to at least 2 women, but IDK if it was related to Birding Center. Oh, okay. But jeez, oh my god. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting scared. All right, so wrapping this story up, it seems like it's ongoing. I know was there any other details? I mean, I know I missed some details, but any other details that anyone wanted to bring up in particular? Because I think like right now they're still releasing like back and like they're still kind of going back and forth. But then we also have this EXO comeback, and I just think that's really weird. Strange. And they have a show. What if they bring back EXO-L's Showtime? They're like, guys, we have to pull out the big guns.
I'm like, you know what?
Oh my god, CEO Stan, y'all. A new term is born.
Go out with a bang, you know.
Oh my god.
Have some fun.
Oh my god. All right, y'all. So for the next topic, this is not a great, as the cover says, what's going on with boy groups. So this was a bit old, but I still thought I should talk about it. So one top, T-O-P, T to the O to the P to the O to the P to the T to, I'm just saying things. You should have started beatboxing behind it. But one Mr. Top.
I was gonna try.
Oh, okay. B to the T to the B to the C to the T to the T to the. Okay, enough. I'm gonna read this off of Soompi too, because I feel like they did a very concise job with just overlaying everything. But we have once again whittled down the numbers of Big Bang, because it was revealed by Top himself that he's no longer in the group. In all caps, he was like, "How dare you even insinuate?" I'm still not. No, I'm just
yelled
kidding.
At us.
He literally fought me. He fought me in the streets. I was like, "Oh my god!"
He found you. And I have it on film. I was there. I don't even know how I got it. We don't even live in the same city.
Oh yeah, I was very scared. I don't know. He found us both. He somehow found us both. And he tried to fight us, y'all. So, all right. So, Big Bang, earlier this month, he revealed that he is in Big Bang no more. All right. He's no longer in that group. So stop asking him about it. That was honestly the energy he gave. He was like, if you ask me about that group again, see if I don't fight you here and now. All right. I'm trying to make this fit. I think this will go. Okay. All right, y'all. All right, so Top has personally announced his withdrawal from Big Bang. On May 30th, Top shared an Instagram post with one photo caption, "Still making my albums." The following day, a fan commented to ask Top if he had left Big Bang, to which he responded, "I've already withdrawn." Top elaborated, "I've told you guys that I'm leaving and I'm now facing a new chapter in my life since last year." And as you can see, he said all caps. He said cap locks on. All right.
And period.
Period. Exactly.
Space period. Why do you type it like
that? Another fan commented to ask whether it was true that he was coming back, and Top clarified, solo. Dang, I don't even know. Last year, Top parted ways with YG Entertainment after 16 years. At the time, the agency explained that Top would continue to partake in Big Bang's group activities when he's able to, beginning with their last comeback with Still Life. In December, it was confirmed that Top will be participating as one of 8 crew members for the Dear Moon project, SpaceX's lunar tourism project. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was interesting. Yeah. So, end of an era, kind of, because I also read, and let me see if I can just look it up real quick, that in addition to this, G-Dragon's contract has also ended. Now, I don't know if he is re-signing, but I mean, I feel like if he was, it would have been back to back. Oh, it's ended. Oh, he's resigning. But it looks like as recent as a week ago, we had a kind of update from YG on it. Let me real quick bring that up. Dang, this really doesn't want to. Okay, I'll do it like this. Hopefully this looks good. All right. So YG Entertainment comments on Big Bang G-Dragon's current contract status. All right, so YG Entertainment has made a statement regarding Big Bang G-Dragon's contract with them. On June 6th, YG Entertainment announced G-Dragon's exclusive contract with us has expired, but we are collaborating with him through a separate contract for his other activities such as advertisement. YG then added there will be discussion regarding additional contracts if he resumes his music activities. We will spare no effort to provide support for this. Previous speculation began to arise among fans that G-Dragon did not renew his contract with the agency after noticing his name wasn't on the list of artists and actors under YG Entertainment as of March 31st, according to a quarterly report released by YG Entertainment in April. Back in January, G-Dragon announced through his official YouTube channel he was gearing up for a new album. Later in March, he teased that he's currently preparing for a project and that several underway. Fellow Big Bang members Taeyong and Daesung parted ways with YG following the expiration of their contracts last December. Afterwards, Taeyong joined the Black label. Daesung signed to R&D company under the D label. Meanwhile, Top left YG Entertainment in February 2022, and we know what recently happened with him. So is Big Bang over then, or what's going on?
I guess.
Dang. Anyway, no, just kidding. That's crazy.
I mean, it's been a while since they released something, right?
I guess so, but I feel like it's just kind of weird because it seems like a formal, not even a formal. I think seeing it as it kind of just petered out like that. I mean, I don't know, right? Yeah. So Top officially was like, I'm not doing it anymore, but I don't know if we've ever really. I mean, Taeyong, he released early this year. He had his songs. He had the one with Lisa and the one with Xiumin and stuff like that. So he's been doing his solo thing. I'm not quite sure if Taesung has released or anything since leaving. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like the fact that we don't even get a "don't worry, I'm still in Big Bang." It's just well, we left and y'all hoes are gonna have I really, the VIPs, let me know, because y'all probably know better than me. I kind of gave back my VIP card in 2016, not for any particular reason. I just didn't stand them as fervently or whatever as I did when I was younger. But damn, I don't know, that's just crazy for such a big group to kind of just slowly but surely not do things with each other and just peter out like that. You would think it would be a huge statement and a huge Big Bang disbanded or something like that.
Well, it's YG, so
that's true. They're we cannot deny or confirm if G-Dragon is currently under our label doing a chicken CF. What's going on? I'm sorry, Leanne said it. Kai, don't check your phone, baby. Just focus on the military. Kai is in shambles, confirmed.
Yeah.
Oh,
poor Kai.
I know.
At least he's in the music video.
That's true. That's good that they got that. Is Lay? I didn't check. I didn't watch the whole thing yet.
Lay is gone. Lay said, my contract is done. I'm gonna leave.
How dare. How dare. Lay stands. Don't let her slander us like this. Don't let her slander our man like this.
I'm praising him. He got out, and on his own terms.
True. With his own company.
Exactly.
But yeah, Andre says they did release their only quartet song, Still Life, last year. So that was it? Did we know that was their last thing? Or was it just kind of well, here's our song? Because that's just crazy.
This is a song.
Dang. That's so sad. I know that, not everyone likes them and they've been through a lot or whatever. But, they were the boy group, second gen boy group, and really paved the way. Oh, sorry, that is a triggering statement.
No, they paved. Okay, no. Say it louder.
They really did define an era and a genre and a style in K-pop that I feel is even being mimicked today. So to see it just kind of be well, get your crayon. Andre said, but I love how Lays like me when y'all need me but don't really need me, lol. Yeah, that's so true. I'm here, but try not to remember I exist. But yeah, I just thought it was really funny though that literally Top was I told y'all hoes already I ain't coming back. But I would be kind of traumatized because the last couple of years of Big Bang, even San Sungri, him getting into that marijuana scandal and things like that was just not fun. And I feel it was just I would be over being a mainstream artist like that. I would just kind of want to do, I mean, he's already made his coin. He actually played for one of the light bulbs in the other scene. He was I somehow was able to put on child support, even though we don't have a child together. So spousal support. Okay, yeah. But yeah, so good luck to everyone. Get your crayon. I don't know. What's your favorite Big Bang song? You're like, they're all bad.
No,
oh, okay.
Imagine. No, I had a whole phase where I liked that Fantastic Baby album.
Ooh, that was a good album.
That was the first time I actually cared about them. I was like, oh, there's some good songs in here.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
But I don't know what my favorite song is. It might be the one where it's like, I don't know, fast.
Ooh, I love that song.
Something never lasts.
I completely blanked when you sang it. That's my mind.
Oh.
I don't want to move.
What's the chorus?
I really don't know. That's scaring me.
I can hear the rap.
Don't wanna move too fast.
And now I'm like moving on to We Like to Party.
yeah. Not medley.
What in the world?
Not Big Bang medley that we're doing. V says, I was obsessed with Fantastic Baby and G-Dragon's hair. That's what I'm saying. They were so iconic. Like, it mess. But, like, you know, that wig that went all the way down the Nile River? I was like...
That was a thing.
Yeah. That was so... Like, the visuals
Green
of that...
and black. It was giving Beetlejuice.
He was... I mean, listen, G-Dragon was not called a fashionista for nothing. You know what I mean? And then... Bang Bang Bang, I feel like that also was very much a phenomenon too. Yeah, they're just very... Oh, yeah. Was that part of Made? No, was it?
Yeah, I think so. It was like the final.
4 years later, they're like, all right.
Yeah. It was the one that they released like literally a year later.
1 year later. That's how it like started. But yeah, end of an era. We were talking about this. Were we talking about this? Or maybe I was talking about this with somebody else about how like Zero Base One, the group that was just formed from Boys Planet 99, how they keep purporting themselves as like the leaders of 5th gen, and a lot of people are like, that's weird for you to say that it's already 5th gen because that makes no sense. And if you're saying that it's already 5th gen, that means that the 4th gen boys are kind of like, they didn't really get to find their footing in the way that previous boy groups got to, and you're just kind of skipping over them. But what I thought was kind of interesting is that like, this is such an interesting generation because I think previously it was like, we kind of like, when certain gens would come to power, other gens would very much, I don't want to say fall, but they were like back burner. And how like it's kind of weird because we see very active 3rd gens while 4th gens are also really, really popular and getting popular, and how that's going to work for like the long term. Because I definitely think we're seeing a shift now that we're having a situation where it's like more 4th gen, at least girl groups, are like lining the charts than 3rd gen. So it's like we're seeing that shift. Yeah. But it's still like, you know, people are still like anticipating whatever Blackpink's gonna come out with, whatever Red Velvet's gonna come out with, whatever you know, Twice is gonna come out with. So it's like an interesting thing. My point, I'm not quite sure. But, you know, y'all bang bang bang. But yeah, I think Bang 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 is their most popular MV to date. That's probably true.
Which is very interesting. That one took me a while to like, to be honest. When it first came out, I was like, what the heck is going on?
It definitely was more memey to me when I first watched it. But after a while, I was like, okay, bye.
I know. Hey, but it's still like, what is this?
That's true. G-Dragon really just knew how to make anything pop. He really was. He get your crayon. What do you mean? Oh my god. He's what a time. Timia says, I feel that Mnet just wants to be the first something, honestly. I feel like that's the conclusion we came to. It's like they really want to be able to say 001 base code 5, whatever their name is, first 5th gen boy group to sell 1 million, first 5th gen boy group to have a concert to breathe air.
Like, this is not working for Kepler. We couldn't do it then. So
how
let's
dare
do it
you?
now.
Wada Wada will go down in history. Like, people think G was iconic. Wada Wada truly transcends time, space. It can optional shift. It can time shift. You know, it can do everything.
What exactly is a Wada Wada?
How dare you?
Vroom, vroom,
What is that?
vroom, or
what is that?
Supersonic or whatever.
Boom, boom, boom. Ah, what a... Y'all have no taste.
My God.
I feel so, but I feel like that's like the whole thing where like girl groups and like female idols are always used as like the guinea pigs, and then when they perfect it and prove that it's popular, then they're like, all right, now guys, now you can do it and take all the whatever. This is why I hate boy groups.
Girl groups still fine. Like, Is1 was fine. So was IOI.
They were fine, but like, oh, actually, this is a great question. Would you say that 101 was more popular than IOI?
Maybe? I don't know.
Because I was thinking about that.
In terms of like, I don't know, the boy groups and girl groups at the time, they seemed like they were both popular, like highly popular. Like IOI was popular amongst the girl groups, and then 101 was popular amongst the boy groups. I
think that's true, but one of the statements that I kind of was gagged on is that somebody said at one point the top boy groups were BTS, 101, and like EXO or like 17 or something like that.
How dare you? You mean EXO?
But it was like during that era where like 101 first came out, and you know, Kang Daniel had y'all in a chokehold, you know. What he did, he had y'all in a chokehold, and people were like, what? It was like Wanna Bang, what was it called? Wanna Bang something, Wanna Bang Teen, no,
what?
Wanna Bang Zoe. It was something like they were the three, like, you know, it groups or whatever. Do you remember what their name was?
I feel like I know what you're talking about, but wait.
Y'all know what I'm talking about? It was like they were, but it was basically like saying that they were like the girlies, like they were like the top of the top at the time. And I do agree that like IOI, but I can't really remember, because I feel like IOI also came out when it was like a very clear changing of guard. Like a lot of people, like Twice was new, you know, Red Velvet was new or whatever, so like it was like kind of hard or whatever. But for some reason I just remember that being really shocking, because like Big Bang and like I don't really remember 101's career that much because I wasn't that invested, but like Big Bang, EXO, 7, all of them were huge. So for you to be like, oh yeah, they were literally rocking with them, I was like, dang, that's kind of impressive. And then it kind of makes me wonder, because I know, like, no offense, but IOI never actually had like a big hit song outside of the actual music. Yeah, well, okay, they had. Oh, that's true. That was a big. Look at me lying. They only had one. Well, 101 didn't have. I feel like Energetic was their only big song.
They had Energetic. Yeah, Energetic.
Dang, maybe
I liked a lot of all their songs, but
yeah,
I think Energetic was like mainly the top one.
Yeah, I can't genuinely remember. But I guess because I'm just trying to make the point that if 101 were bigger than IOI, then like even though IOI did good, I think, or great, I think 101 kind of benefited by at the time, like after IOI's season of Produce 101, people are like, okay, this is like a show, like this show is fun, we can look forward to it. And so they didn't have to have the rockiness of like people being like, who the fuck would watch this, like what the hell or whatever. It was like, oh no, we're watching this shows what's up, you know. They be rigging, but we don't know that yet, because they didn't know that yet, because we didn't know they rigged until, you know, a couple seasons. So everyone was really, really hype, and then so they just had to like worry about what the lineup was gonna be, who they were gonna rig into the lineup for the final, you know, group. But yeah, do you think Kang did? I remember you telling me that you thought Kang Daniel got rigged in, so that's kind of interesting.
I never said that. Whoa.
So Kang Daniel fans, I don't know if you want me to give you her social security or.
I said nothing of the sort. All my favorites mainly made it into the group, so I didn't really care.
You had the eye.
But if it makes me feel better about boy groups versus girl groups with that, X1 I don't think was going to be anywhere near as big as
Really? You don't think so?
I don't think so, no.
Interesting. I don't know. I literally have no semblance or like level of understanding of how popular they were because I just did not watch that.
I think that's my problem too, but like I just felt like there wasn't as much buzz because I feel like when they came around, like people were tired of stuff like that anyway.
That's true. Yeah. I just thought it was funny because V and Team Yara are saying they loved X1, but a lot of people were like, well, if they rigged, they did a good job because like so many people were like, we don't care, we want to see our boys, which I thought was crazy. Let me see some opinions. Andre says, I feel like IOI had the same time frame. Oh, if IOI had the same time frame as 101 and IZ*ONE, they would have been those girls because 101 were like super popular from what I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. They just had a short time.
Was it just a year?
Yeah, I feel like it was, just a year.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Yeah, that's true. I forget what I was talking about. Okay, so Big Bang. And then the last thing, honestly, I did not do my due diligence for this. I lost the article. But Queendom Puzzle, we had talked a bit about that. I think it's already airing right now. But we had talked about like lineups, potential lineups, lineup announcements and stuff like that. But there was some kind of controversy because there was like apparently the first episode they had the participants in ranks, and one of the factors used to rank them was how well their singles sold when they were like active in their groups. So it was like bringing in their outside popularity, and people thought that was a bit inhumane, I guess you would say.
That's messy.
Yeah, let me look it up to make sure I'm saying that correctly. Queendom Puzzle ranking system. Okay. Oh, thank you. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, no. K-pop thoughts is down.
Yeah, everything's down except for the unpopular opinions. Sadly.
Oh, my God. All right. So let's see this K-pop article. This might have the information I'm looking for. Kpop. Let's see. I'm just gonna cover this top part since it's not working for. Okay. Queendom Puzzle ranks the contestants in 4 tiers according to their music show wins and album performance results. All right, so this is
what in the world?
They're like, oh my God. Okay, so Queendom
invited like all these. You can't. I'm sorry.
That's very no, that's very awkward. I agree. The article states Queendom Puzzle released episode 0, the preview of the highly anticipated idol competition. The preview episode introduced the female idols competing for the crown and revealed a new system adapted by Queendom Puzzle. The idols will be ranked in 4 different tiers. In the new show, each female idol will be graded according to their performance. 50% of their points will be from the number of times they ranked number 1 on a music show, and the other 50 will be from the total first week album sales. And so they have them split up. I'm guessing that this is not. Oh yeah, Taeyong was in a freaking eyes one. Like,
what in the world?
What do you mean? And K from this is not the sense it's not making. In the preview episode, the girls were already divided into 4 tiers as they entered the stage, and the viewers could see the rankings of the contestants even before the competition began. This is interesting though, because although this is very dumb to do, I'm like, is this a rank? Like, do the people who are ranked higher get some type of advantage? And is this something that will continuously factor into their rank? Because that's very stupid. Because obviously, freaking an IZ*ONE member, a Lovelyz member, like, what do you mean? Like, obviously, they're going to have an advantage if that's what it's based on. So I'm thinking maybe they just did this for for some dumb reason for the first episode for just buzz. So when they start factoring other things in, like voting and like whatever they're being judged on, it can be like, ooh, this person who was in the top because they were in a super popular group, they fell to rank 4, or this person who, you know, started at the bottom because they weren't in a popular group, they were able to climb the ranks to rank 1. Like,
I guess, but like, you can already guess that by knowing what group they're in.
That's true.
That's I don't need a rank.
Yeah, that's true. It's weird. Like, it's like, we want you to feel like shit before we start.
Yeah. Like, well, you would think that they, I don't know, how to do like a 101, not a 101, a Produce 101 type thing where they have to like dance and sing the opening song or something.
Yeah.
And then rank them that way.
Yeah.
So I would like to see how they would fare, like every single one of these people.
Yeah. Oh, that would be really, yeah, I was gonna say, because like seeing it for like random like trainees or whatever, that's one thing, but to people who like have been doing this for a while, it's like, all right, when you strip away all the like Inkigayo angles, what are we really working with? And
you don't have your members with you. Are you the one that's shining, or are you the one that's like just there?
That's true. Yeah, this just seems really shady to do, because I just don't see the point of being like, hey, this group was more popular than you. How does that make you feel? Like, what? Because isn't like Queendom all about like redemption and just like bringing your like, you know, your all to the table, and it doesn't matter where you're like coming from. It just matters what you put on, like what you actually show. Like, why is this a thing? Oh wait, Chen dropped out? You know, good.
Oh yeah, she did.
Good. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why was she on this?
I remember reading somebody saying like, maybe because like that her solo song was kind of popular. Like she was just like, let me just get.
Dang, imagine. I was like, well, I don't need this.
Like, wait, we didn't expect this.
That's so shady.
This is only precautionary.
That's so shady. I didn't want her on it because she's done 373 variety shows, and obviously I don't think anyone would be forcing her at this point. I really don't know, but it's like, I'm sure that's stressful, and if she's doing it because she feels like, you know, she needs the publicity, girl, no you don't. Just, you know, do what it do. Like, it's, yeah, that's quite interesting. Is this going to be a permanent group or a temporary group? That's a great question.
I think it's temporary, right?
Yeah, I think,
because they're still in their groups.
Yeah, but how long will they promote though? Because that's kind of interesting. If it's like for a while. Ooh, I like that. All right. Well, as you look that up, Jazz, it's time for the. Well, actually, I can't make you multitask.
Oh, say it. What is it?
I was gonna say.
Oh, there's nothing really. We already kind of.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's literally in a lawsuit.
I meant to send you like pictures of like him at the airport because he was looking good. Oh no, actually, I was also gonna send pictures of stills from the "Let Me In" music video.
Oh
he
yeah.
also was looking good. But I forgot. So
that's fine, because I forgot to get anything from Kyungsoo. But I feel like their EXO's comeback pre-release and this whole drama that's going on with the lawsuit is literally like the best update. Yeah. But I'll still play this.
Oh gosh, and you won't play the one that the stream has.
He looks like Zico in that left one.
Who?
Xiumin in this left one, or in the.
I'm kind of. I was listening to that today too.
You understand. All right, guys. It's time to do. Actually, where did I put it? It's time for open bar, y'all. Dun, 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 dun. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your boyfriend. Oh wait, where's the picture? Okay, yeah. So open bar, we're here, y'all. What do y'all want to talk about? What y'all want to talk about?
Did you hear that? Hyunjin and Vivi, sorry, I could not remember their names. Were they signed with another group? I mean, not group, but company that's not the. What's the other company called?
Not Mod. Is it called Mod
Yeah,
House?
Mod House.
Okay, we'll call it. And then
Yeah,
Jade.
It's not Mod House.
Yeah.
And Jaden's the guy.
Mm-hmm.
But they signed to another company that's apparently owned by another director that was at BBC.
Oh, that's really cute. I love that. That's good. Yeah, I was thinking like, it's a bit like I get fans that want to see like OT, however many of them you can get under the same label together. But I was kind of thinking how that's like a bit unfair to the members, because as much as I think, you know, they probably have no animosity towards the actual girls and stuff like that. Now that Loona's wrapping up, it's really giving them a chance to do whatever they want to do. And I'm not saying that that's not being Loona in any capacity, but there might be other opportunities in there that don't include, you know, following their members under the exact same label or doing like the exact same thing. Like even with Chu, obviously her circumstance was like a little bit bigger or different because she got called out like individually and that whole, you know, she got kicked out. But you know, she should be free to like do whatever solo signing type of thing. If she wants to do acting, if she wants to do variety, she wants. And like if she comes back to Loona, that's great. But there shouldn't be, even as a fan, I don't think there should be any pressure for her to basically keep, or any of the members to keep Loona exactly as it was. Yeah, so that's interesting.
I'm wondering, do you think Loona started this trend for EXO?
You know,
because it did happen in like the end of last year. It started the end of last year.
I think that,
and they were like, maybe they were like, wait a minute, they're actually getting out of these contracts. Hold on, successfully. Maybe we can do the same.
I think you're right. I think Loona paved the way. Yeah, I know. Loona paved the way. That's crazy. The final verdict is Loona paved the way. So
Stan Loona.
Stan Ha. Yeah. But that's good that they're all like slowly, you know, being able to do their own thing. And BBC, I mean, I don't know what you want from us because you dropped the ball. Like, I can't feel.
I mean, they still have like 3 of them, don't they?
That's true. 2, right?
2? Is this 2?
I think.
Because Vivi and Hyunjin were the ones that filed after.
Oh, because okay.
And then they won. And then there was like other ones that lost.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought they were part of the ones that lost. Okay, I'm not actually sure then. That's a good question. Well, you know, hopefully they can get out too. And when they do, and BBC, you have no money and no artists.
I think they don't have money now.
Well, the girls used to say they were laundering schemes.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
They probably were. Allegedly.
No. I mean,
maybe.
I don't know. I heard Suga is returning to activities from Dreamcatcher.
No, from that Billy.
Oh,
because that's Moonbin's sister.
Oh my god! Yeah, I saw a video where like I think members of Astro went to like a concert.
The 49 days.
Yeah, with her, and I was like, that's so sweet, but it's just so sad. Yeah, that would be so hard. Yeah, other than that, I don't know. Did anything else happen? I mean, I think we kind of. I know BTS have been having their like festa, you know, because they debuted, and I was kind of gagged because it's their 10th year anniversary, and I'm like, no way, because I remember being there for like their 4th. So I refuse to be old. Thank you, and you're welcome. But They released a song called Take Two, and Jasmine, you love it, which I was just really, no, just kidding.
Oh yeah. I listen to that.
I mean, it's a fan song, so, but I don't remember what it was like though.
Wow, such a fan.
I know. Seriously, I wanted to do this like kind of bit where we have like our stan cards, like somewhere just near us, and so anytime we claim to be a stan, we get the card, but then they can be revoked, you know, when we are being messy. I already took away your Exo-l card years ago, so let's just...
How dare you? That's yours.
Keep it a buck, all right?
Let's
keep it a buck.
Did you even know they released a video?
Yes, I already know the song and the choreography.
Not the song. They released a video of them just like in a practice room.
I filmed that. What do you mean?
Okay.
How dare you? V said I only liked it because Jin got a lot of lines. I love Keep Our Priorities Straight.
Wait, how do you get lines? Isn't he in the army?
They pre-recorded. That's one of the things that I was like kind of like gagged, because I always thought that BTS would be the one male idol group that when they start going to the army, you wouldn't even notice, because Hybe/Big Hero, whatever, was so good at like just pre-filming content and stuff like that. Yeah. But I saw that there was something with Suga's show where Jim was on it, that recently got released. So maybe they're living up to that name. But it doesn't surprise me if they have like a bunch of things already prepped, despite that J-Hope and Jin are in the army. Yeah.
Somehow Suga is still walking around.
So apparently I read that he has an issue with his shoulder. Now I don't know, but
Taemin had an issue with the whole. Like, didn't he break something?
Well,
when he was younger.
I don't know what type of service Taemin did, but I read that because of Suga's shoulder issue, he's not going to do like active military service.
Taemin didn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know what that means for the date. I don't know what that means for the actual date, or if he's like currently and we just don't know. But yeah, his shoulder.
Something's happening there.
You don't do Army, please.
I don't know.
This is her solo thoughts. All right.
He's my fave.
Suga King.
I gotta do it.
Plus, he's on tour.
Xiumin had to go.
He's on tour.
Suga's gotta go. I'm sorry.
He's on tour. We gotta get to the money.
Well, okay, so the police can come and find him.
You know.
Okay.
Army, I swear, Bora, hey, please.
I'm an army, and I will say, he's gotta go.
Stop. Suga play it. You see these 3 lights? Suga's tour is paying for these, so you know.
Just 3? Honestly, we can ditch him.
No.
When CBX wins their lawsuit, we'll be able to afford anything, you know? How dare you? What? How dare?
Oh, okay.
Trying to say they're gonna lose.
Wait, V says, I heard Suga has to go up. He has up to December to go. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
So he can't have special.
Army.
Came in out here. Didn't he like
don't listen
break
to her.
his back in like 5 different places?
Don't listen to her, Army. Please. Army, we out here. Yeah. Wait. Let's see. All right. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, I need to start writing down when I just have random thoughts that I think would be interesting to talk about on the podcast, but I completely forget everything that I was going to think about.
This is random, but Wendy used to have it. Well, she has a radio show. Mm-hmm. But apparently she's stepping down.
Oh.
So, Young Street.
Oh, yeah. Is there any particular reason, or?
I don't know. I think she's just stepping down. But people were saying that it's probably because she has, like, so much stuff that she's been doing. Mm. That she had, like... I think she has a solo that she's supposed to do.
Ooh. Is she bringing John Legend?
And probably a Red Velvet. That's probably gonna come
that's
back.
True. That's
and
true.
They're also still touring. So...
Did
maybe she's busy.
Did Sugi come out with her solo this year, or was it last year?
It was last year.
Oh, okay. Because I was like,
the end of last year.
They're mad quiet. Like they haven't. Like that's crazy that it's already 6 months. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, is this a 3rd gen group thing now? You just don't come back that much, but yeah, you're right. It's they're touring. I feel like transition from third gen and fourth gen is happening so gracefully. I feel like it was a real bloodbath when it was second gen to third gen, like with people not being able to cope with other people getting popular in some regards. Sometimes, not all the time. But I feel like people are just like, whatever.
Well, with boy groups, who's getting popular?
AT's fans are not coming for me. AT fans are not coming for me.
For not listening to boy groups. You gotta start standing boy groups, guys, okay?
Listen.
P1 Harmony's out here harmonizing.
Can we talk? Yes. Let's highlight some boy groups.
TNX.
So people don't think we're misandry.
With that 90s
yes!
concept.
Y'all stand TNX? Y'all stand TNX? Kick it for now.
Ooh.
That's a sign.
To kick your microphone.
That's a sign that I should only sing girl group songs. No, just kidding. I loved Kick It. I love Kick It for Now. I implore everyone to go watch it. It is a bop. I love the concept. I love that it is a throwback retro concept, but they're not exactly doing the Y2K that everyone's doing right now, which I think is very nice that they're like still kind of following the throwback trend, but they're doing something to set themselves. And that is an era, that kind of new drag swing, new boys on the block or whatever it's called. That is my favorite era. And I feel like that was when it was funnest to stand boy groups. So smart. Stray Kids and ATEEZ fans get her, not me.
Oh, the Stray Kids also, they came back with S-Class.
Ooh.
Did I care for
I was gonna say, did you watch it?
They also did a song that I listened to today with JK Tiger JK.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I like Tiger JK.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty good song. I think it was called Top Line.
Wait, was it like it was a main track?
It's part of the album.
Oh, okay.
I think they have a music video for it.
Dang.
And one little cute thing that I saw was that like there's a member named Han. And he was talking about like how his like idol is Tiger JK.
Aww.
And like he was like so nervous and like he like somebody told him to like, oh, ask him for his number, and he was like, I don't know how to do that. That's not. And then by the time he even thought to do it, like Tiger JK already left.
Aww.
But like he was like I think he was being interviewed by one of the members, and the member asked him like, oh, so your line comes right after Tiger JK's. Like, did that make you feel like any type of way? And he was like, well, being in a song in general with him.
Oh, press.
So I was like, that's so cute.
Am I about to
also,
stand?
He sounded good right after Tiger JK, so I was like, you're holding your own.
That's so cute. I love like those like kind of fanboy reaction like kind of things. It's always so cute. I think I read somewhere that one of the boys in Boys Next Door, the Zico group, is a Dio fan. So like
Dio.
Yeah, I always call him Kyungsoo. I was like, oh, what am I saying?
I thought you said Dioke, and I was like, is that how you say Doichi?
What? You mean what it is? What?
Because you started.
What is happening?
Like, I think my brain was like spelling out what you were saying, and so like I was like, is she trying to say Dochi? Because I was like DOEK.
What? Oh, Doki. Oh my god.
Because you went like Dioke. I don't know.
Oh my god.
This is what my brain is. So
what is
this? Is your brain on nothing? Scrambled eggs.
Ooh, From S9 came back. I think
did they?
I saw a TikTok, but I think it was an old song, because I actually am not too familiar with From S9, but I'll check that out. I feel like they do have songs that are like up my alley. Jumping Boa says, hey, Jumping Boa says, did anyone go to Mamamoo tour in the USA? I have a friend that went, and he said it was quite enjoyable. Yeah, I don't know how many dates there are, but I think he went to the New York show, or what was near New York, and he said it was really good. Andre says, anyone see Twice at SoFi Stadium? No.
I don't have that money.
Huh?
I don't have that money, that type of money.
They have nosebleed seats. I was gonna say, because we're seeing them at whatever that other stadium is, MetLife or whatever. We are. Don't even give me that face, okay? We are going. I'm gonna sit on Jihyo's lap. They're being acquired. I know a friend that knows a friend. Yeah, Taeyong. Even though I called him a corny uncle last week, he's not even in JYP anymore, I don't think.
Probably not.
Oh damn. Okay, so who do I know?
Is June K still there?
No, I think maybe all 2 p.m. is like not under it. Maybe. Ooh, I don't know. Dang.
I don't think I know anybody that's still in JYP.
Oh my god. I can't even reference anyone. Damn. Well, I guess I'll just have to ask myself. I'll tweet at them. Ooh, Jihyo's. I saw that. That. And did you see where people were saying that Suga's gonna be featuring on it?
That seems so random.
Suga and I think BB. Is that her name? BB? Vivi?
What the heck? And then what did Nayeon have? Who does she have?
How dare we don't compare, y'all.
Like, put all the resources into Jihyo.
I mean, I don't know. I just saw that on Facebook, so I don't know if that's true, but that would be really dope. Yeah.
Isn't Facebook full of lies?
Yeah, now that you say that. They also said Usher was going to be on it, so maybe I'm thinking this is not as true. It said Post Malone had a feature as well, so maybe they were just kind of saying it anyway. KCON LA just announced an You know, I was thinking about possibly going, but like it's not at a good time of me, but it made me think about whatever happened at KCON New York.
Is that not a thing anymore?
No, they haven't had it in years now, you know, pandemic, but like they haven't had it in years and there's no mention of it on the website. And I'm just like, they're like, New Jersey is too crusty.
Well, that's the problem. They're saying New York when it's not. People were confused. If you just said KCON NJ, everything would have been fine. Especially nowadays, because people would think New Jeans for some reason. And so, like, people would go.
KCON New Jeans, y'all. They should have said KCON Prudential Center, because I feel like enough East Coast K-pop fans know exactly what's going down at the Prudential Center.
True.
That's crazy. Oh, one thing I also wanted to say is that, like, turning in my Exo-l card, turning in my ARMY card.
You don't have either of those.
How now brown cow? I'm a carrot. I'm sorry, girls. I'm must say, yeah.
Wait, what is it?
Ugo Shipchina.
I was singing the newer one.
Oh.
I love my crew. I love my things. I love my something. I don't know that song.
See, this is why she's not a carrot like me, y'all. This is why us Carantes need to sit together, because she's not about that life. I was watching.
What are the words?
I know the words, but I keep them in here, in my heart, because they're not for non-carrot ears, okay? But I was watching their Killing Voice, and I was like, the talentry. Like, I literally was sick. I was like, stop singing so well. Stop being so charming. I'm sick. Like, they were so good and it was so cute. And the girls are about to eat me up, because I only watched some people's Killing Voices, so I don't know if this is the norm. But they would, like, introduce each one, like, with a little, like, and this was our first song to hit #1, and then they'd go into it. And then when they do the, oh, Chana, they were like, okay, to start off the song, like, the music was playing in the background, like a music, like the din, 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 din. And they're like, okay, Joshua, you're gonna do an acrostic poem for us. And so as it was playing, they were like me, and I was like, this is the cutest shit I've ever seen. Like, they're so talented. I was just like, wow, I really could have lived a blessed life if I gave up, you know, the just stressful life of being an ARMY, stressful life of being an Exo-l, and just went the carrot route. I would have just been,
you had it all.
I really could have had it all, you know, but it's not too late.
I mean, don't they still have their it's 17 like stuff?
What do you mean?
They're like kind of like, what is it? The Bangtan bombs?
Oh, like little mini clips.
17 had like I forgot what they called it. It's 17 or 17 something.
Sorry, I say the name 17. It's like, I don't know, but Monsan. But then like Vernon was like, Ajikto Jo Joni Andwe we Jaku front hand and Gonde. I was like, oh my god, King. Listen, I try to do my best. It was actually crazy because yes, Timya with the 17 love. I went to a charity function or whatever with some people, and they were like these like second year law students that I was talking to, and I mentioned K-pop, and one of them said they stan 17, like they liked 17. I was like, oh, out of all the groups, that is so yeah. Wow, that's so refreshing to hear. But hey, Paula. Oh, okay. Thank you for the clarification. Andre says, so Jun K, Woo Young, Nick Kun, and Juno are still with JYP. And Juno had said he was going to get us front row seats twice. And when my man...
I'm like, not sure because you had to double check that he was still in there.
That's because I didn't want to... I wasn't sure if it was like public knowledge that he was still in the JYP. So I didn't want to like put him on front streets, you know, Wejaku front hand in Gonde. So I made sure that he, you know, was still in. Thank you, Andre, for that. To make sure that this was knowledge that the public could, you know, enjoy. I really know how to choose them because, you know, he's popular. Oh my God! Wait, what? Did we already talk about Jennie being sick, walking out, and people wanting their money back? Oh, yeah. I did say that. I did see that she was sick, but I didn't know that people. We're like, all right, run me the 275 for
like we came here just for her.
P5. That's so. I mean, I get it's disappointing if you don't see your fave or whatever. But first of all, that's bad gay behavior because there are 3 ass girls. It's not like they shut down the whole entire show. There are 3 other girls out there ready to do it. But also, that's like childish. Nobody's gonna give you your money back. I don't think that would even be legal to be in the tickets that like you could ask for a refund if all 4 members aren't standing in front of you singing to Boombayah. Like what?
I mean, I think they were performing without Jisoo for a while. So
and nobody wanted their money back then? That's shady.
That sounds like what you were talking about in the beginning.
Oh damn.
People were clapping for
listen,
like 2 members.
I don't know. Jumping Boy says, I want to find someone that is around my age, 29 to 33, that is a Bo fan. Anyone. I feel like it's kind of hard because I do think that the younger groups and generations tend to have the more like vocal and like present fans, but I do think that there is a plentiful community of like, I mean, I know that it exists for second gen, like maybe, you know, we all have backaches and are in and out of the retirement home, but you know, we're here. So I definitely think there's probably a lot of first gen stands like that are somewhere, but I do agree it's hard to find where people like that like hang out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because some of them still go like on the old guard, like some of them are still in like, you know, an Asian Junkie and One Hallyu, you know, God bless.
Hallyu's a graveyard. If you're still there, bless your soul. I mean, like, honestly,
it's so
how does
pretty.
It feel to be like I'm Legend, where it's just like you're the only one.
That would be such a fun place to like somebody who does need to make like a nice K-pop forum, like Reddit. Forum. No, not Reddit though. Like an actual like that's why I really loved One Hallyu because it was like a dedicated forum for K-pop fans and it had its own like culture and its own like celebrities almost like.
I miss the badges.
And
then looking for the badges pictures and being like, ooh, number 1, number 2.
Yeah.
Like, how do you want it cropped? And you're just like, you have to like sign up to get the badge. Ugh.
Yeah, and like the like there were like group threads, but then there were like individual idol threads, so you could just go on there and just like, you know, keep like it was because I think on Twitter you can like also make like mutuals that like, but I feel like the level of camaraderie, just like finding a thread of your fave and then like introducing yourself and then like getting to know the other people in that thread, it's just like unmatched. But you know, they couldn't handle it
going down.
That was such an iconic.
Like, what drama happened?
That was so iconic. Like just to know.
Twitter, you're like, wait, what happened now? Oh no.
That was so iconic. Oh my god. Ooh, Paolo says shout out to Soshi Sub Forum. Literally, Soshi. SNSD fans ran a tight ship. That place had subs it had like words of the day based on like Korean words of the day based on like what the girls would use in like variety show clips. Like that was an iconic like international fan base. Like they really were on another level. Like the girls don't even know. Timia says, honestly, no shade, but I'm really not into Blackpink recently. I've never been a fan. Now more than ever, I can't stand them cheese.
Whoa.
I mean, to each their own. I'm definitely like over the era where I'm like, everyone has to love my faves the exact same way. Yeah. But like, I don't know. They're just really, I like their music. I think they're like stylish. Yeah, I just like them. I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say. But that's fair.
Yeah.
What? I read there's a rumor about Jennie joining the MCU.
Oh yeah, I heard that too.
As whom?
Like, when? And why? And like a movie? TV show?
Maybe TV show, yeah. I mean, the MCU's kind of flopping recently, I feel, right? I don't know.
It's hit or miss.
Paola says also, I feel like the out of flop Jennie's struggling lately. Yeah, we talked about that a bit before. It is kind of cringy to see, and to be fair, they're just trying to make the most of it. Like fans being like, Jennie is the best thing from that, and everyone's just watching for Jennie. And I'm like, I mean, that may be true. Like, there's a lot of fans watching for Jennie.
Literally the weekend.
But I don't think he has stand. Look, people are watching the clown. In his wig.
Well, now, but like,
oh, that's true. That's true. There was a really funny clip I thought I showed you where they were at the Cannes Film Festival, and like all the photographers were like, Jennie over here, Jennie look over here, and like ignoring the rest of the cast that were like also on the red carpet. I was like, dang. But like, also I feel like bragging that she's the best thing out of like what's being deemed a flop and not very good is kind of cringe. Well, you can do what you want, but it's like, it's not the flex you think it is.
Especially when she's not really a main character.
Yeah, she literally has seconds, which I guess you could say, oh, she's outshining everyone else who has way more screen time. But I feel like that's just more because you like her.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially when she doesn't do much.
Yeah. Which is different than just like stealing the show naturally. I mean, I've seen the clips with her. The dance scene was like good because she's a good dancer. But then the most recent scene, it was like, I mean, it's so short, you can't really say anything. But I thought, I don't know, some of the delivery was a bit out. Like there's this one scene where she's like, and my hair and my shoulders and my knee. Like she's just singing. Yeah, she's singing because there's this whole subplot where her character Diane might be secretly evil and might be trying to like take Lily Rose Depp's character's spot as like the main pop girl behind her back or whatever. So she's singing to one of like, I don't know, the producer execs, and then the person's like, oh my god, you're so good, you're so talented, go lay down the song or whatever, right? Like literally immediately.
You're gonna say lay down. I was like, lay down and do what? This show was wild.
What is his name? Tadris or whatever the week.
It's literally saying his name, and I'm like, what is that?
It's the worst name I've ever like danced across my eardrums.
Danced across.
Ooh, what are we?
Tedros?
Tedros, yeah. Ted Ross, Bob Ross? Bob Ross better sue.
I'm just Tedros.
Okay, worst name.
I don't know. It looks like Pedro with an S and a T. So like Tedros.
Oh, Tamia says all I've seen is cringe. The thing is with it being such a hypersexual show, it's like if you're going to be that hypersexual, the rest better be really good, because if you are a cringe show and then on top of that it's super sexual, people are going to be like, wow, you're trying to be so deep and edgy, but this is just shit. Like I feel like it would have been even better if it wasn't so explicit and it was just a bad boring show from what I've seen people say, because I'll admittedly say I've only watched recaps and clips. I haven't seen the whole thing, but I feel like there's just something that's extra like bad when it's like it's a bad show and then you throw all these like sexual things in it because it looks like you're just trying to be like, look, it's provocative, right? Like that kind of thing. You hear that, Tedros?
Tedros.
Pedro Pascal. First of all, I see it. Pedro stands. He's a very cute young man.
Weren't you Didn't you drag him?
Do not say that on Pedro Pascal's internet.
On his internet.
They're gonna come get me.
On his
When did I
internet.
drag him? I always thought he was like all right. I mean, I didn't watch The Last of Us or the.
I swore.
I would never fix my lips.
Grandpa. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't
Me and
say
him are
that.
damn near the same age. He's 36.
Stop.
I'm dead ass. Oh wait,
He's literally 48.
Oh. He has the soul of a 36-year-old, which I feel like is. I don't even know what that means.
Not. He looks nothing like a 36-year-old.
How? I mean, it depends. It depends who you ask.
I mean, I guess.
Paola says, "What are we feeling about Card's comeback?" I'm obsessed. It's so good. Icky. She want the tip, but she not talking about guidance. Jasmine loves that line. She has not like what.
I just like situations getting icky. Sticky, icky.
No, yeah, I love that song. It's very catchy. And I feel like a Card renaissance, because I feel like a lot of people are talking about this song. It has like 20 million views. The music video, I think.
As it should.
That's very good.
Did you see them dance in front of IKEA?
I saw that and I was very... Wait, was it them? Yes, I was very confused. Did they have like a...
I think it's because IKEA and people, I guess their fandom makes jokes that it sounds like IKEA.
Oh, okay. Interesting, but that's cute. Yeah, I was kind of confused, but it was cute.
I thought they also had like a brand deal, but I guess I don't think they do.
Dang, IKEA better get on it. Yeah, I was gonna say IKEA better get on that. Oh wait, Andre says there's a popular character called Loona Snow, and she's a K-pop idol who can control ice. So I was thinking Jennie would play her. Oh,
I always wanted a Loona to play her because Loona.
That'd be cool. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. All right, guys. I think it's about that time where you don't gotta go home, but you gotta get the heck out of here. Thank you so much for joining us once again at the Sleepy Idol, a little bar on 54th and Crenshaw where you can sit back, relax, grab a drink. You know that girl who's like, here's the mother effing tea. Remember her?
I remember that. I don't know the girl.
Oh, well, she was crazy anyway. But yes. Jazz, is there any last thing you want to tell the people before we hop off for the Nizite?
Nah.
Me either. All right, guys. Bye.
Wow.
Imagine.
Wait, actually, I don't know if anybody knows Michael J. Fox. I was trying to think of like
who?
I'm
just kidding.
How dare you? I used to think me and my sister used to think he was like the hottest man alive growing. Like,
oh, that's cute.
I love Michael J. Fox. It's just very weird because he's like literally exactly the same age as my mom. But when you're young, you don't realize that because you only watch old movies. So when he was in Back to the Future, it was great. But he has a documentary on Apple TV. Do I remember the name of it? No, I do not.
Thanks, Stan. You're getting your Michael J. Fox card reversed.
I watched it with my sister last weekend, and it was really good because like I don't know if anybody knows that he has like Parkinson's, and he's had it since like he was 28.
Oh wow,
which is like very very young. But it's just like he talks about like him like growing up and like how he got into acting, and then his experience because he was on a show called Family Ties. That's like when he got like a really big break.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the same time, I think a couple of seasons in, he got the role as Marty McFly. And so like apparently he used to do filming for Family Ties in the daytime, and then at night he would do filming for Back to the Future.
Oh wow.
And so like he was talking about like that was like really hectic, and it's just very interesting. And then he talks about like when he found out he had Parkinson's and whatnot. So it's not very long. It's an hour and a half, but it's a good. Oh, I think it's called Still, which is very interesting because like he has Parkinson's and it makes you move a lot. It's called Still.
Okay, I'll check it out. I always think like actors always have really really interesting documentaries because I feel like it's like, especially if it's actors that kind of grew up like they started like a while ago, because it's like Hollywood's already so insane, but then like back then it was even like more insane. So I feel like there's always like a lot of interesting things. But Yeah. I don't know if I can see it because I don't have Apple anything. Yeah.
What? Don't you? Oh, never mind.
It's surprisingly, right? I have Apple products, but I don't have actual Apple TV.
I know that when you get an iPad, you get Apple TV for free for a year. But I think you've probably had an iPad for a while.
Actually,
longer than a year.
I think I bought it late last year, so it might still be on whatever. I did not know that. Actually, you know, I probably did know that because I know like they'll show you on Best Buy, like when you, and I just ignore it because I'm like, I don't care about this shit. Dang, maybe I can watch it.
Get away from me.
Because there's this other show with Cicely Strong and Keegan Michael Key. Yeah, the one when they go to that like world, like that Disney.
Is it
world.
Brigadoon?
Yeah.
My sister keeps. I'm glad you brought that up because I have to watch that.
Yeah.
My sister was telling me the second season was really good, or whatever season came out.
Yeah. I watched like the first episode, I think, because it was free or whatever, and then I couldn't watch any, but yeah, it's really good. All right, guys. Well, that is it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. We will see you next week, and that's it for the this way Sleepy Idol. Ooh.
Oh. You're really trying to kick it. Kick it for you.
Standio. Not Xiumin, unfortunately, because he's acting up. He's acting up. Just kidding.
How dare you? Stan CBX.
Stan CBX, yeah, honestly. By exist when it drops. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. See ya.